Childish Gambino, my hero. Yeah! Hello everyone, welcome back to the Brother Bear Show. Today we're going to talk about Childish Gambino's This Is America. Everybody knows about, most of the stuff that's going on. People have talked it to death. Okay, we know about the Jim Crow slave caricature imitations when the shooting of the head. We know about the church shooting event that happened and how he reenacted that. We know about the fact that there's a bunch of stuff going on in the background and he's disguising it with dance and song to cover up the, whatever you want to call it, whether it be, hiding fear from what's really going on, or whether you want to just call it just plain ignorance and the media distorting things, however you want to call it. To include the white horse that we all know about as well. We know about, the drugs being legalized everywhere, so the marijuana he smokes at the end. We know about him being the character from the Boondocks, basically again the black white supremacist who has reverse vitiligo. We know about all these things. I want to talk about this stuff that's not really talked about a lot.
Jump right into it.
So in the very beginning he says, we just want to party just for you. Now for all the Childish Gambino fans out there, we all know that Childish Gambino basically we know that he has a lot of respect for Kanye West. Because of the fact that he is a black nerd. He says it in his stand-up and everything.
Strange, specific stuff. That's what makes a nerd a nerd. If you like strange, specific stuff, that's a nerd, okay? Kanye West is a black nerd. He likes strange, specific stuff. If you go up to Kanye West and say, hey, what are your favorite things? He'll be like, robots and teddy bears. That's a nerd. That's a nerd.
There's some kind of kinship there that he feels, at least, from one side, towards Kanye West. Now that being said, we also know that Kanye West announced several times before, especially at the award show.
I have decided in 2020 to run for president.
Yup, Kanye West for president. The announcement inspired various memes, including this one suggesting the Kardashians will be taking over the White House.
Did he smoke something before he came out here? The answer is yes. I rolled up a little something. I knocked the edge off.
That he was going to be president. So when he's saying we just want to party just for you, and then you see the kids and everything, and he's partying with them. He may be talking about the fact that he's a hip-hop I don't know what genre, a genre-list amazing artist.
He's actually my favorite one out of all rappers and everything of all time. He's my favorite artist. He's the most creative. He's the most diabolically amazing, awesome, and just all around.
He's maybe saying that we just want to party just for you, like making the songs or whatever.
Have I mentioned he's really awesome?
And he or he may be talking about a political party. We just want to party just for you. Somebody who speaks out for people like Kanye West. He's a really open guy, and as Childish Gambino said about Kanye West, there's a lot we can learn from him. The world can learn from him, I believe is what he said during the interview.
Boom. He just got you slipping up. He just got you slipping up. Boom, boom. That's not what he said. Boom.
So that's one thing that I think most people don't talk about. Another thing, so my significant other read an article from a Japanese man who saw this "This Is America" video by Childish Gambino, and in the article, the Japanese guy said, we don't really have a lot of good videographers and stuff like that that are able to capture this amazing scenery the way that Americans do. We have ones that do pretty good in commercials, but that's pretty much about it. We make awesome commercials, and everything else, we're just not really that good at in artistic. Which, me and my wife, are very, we're both able to take both perspectives of that, and we both know each other's culture, pretty well at this point, I would say. And one of our artists, we both listen to Childish Gambino. And his show, the director, or the guy who helps him direct stuff, is a Japanese guy, Hiro Murai. So it's like the guy doesn't even, it's like he's ignorant towards his own people, which, also, it just caught me off guard. I don't know, it was just kind of dumb. What else? So there was the listing of other artists featuring their ad-libs in this song. So, you've heard the likes of Quavo, the hey, yeah, the deeper, raspier voice. There's Young Thug all throughout it, just talking mad shit. I heard the word, Black Boy JB. I heard that. And I heard 21 Savage again. Guys, everywhere. And then I heard, well, people didn't hear that. There was one part. Offset, the hey, the right in the beginning of the band, but hey, it's clear as day. And it's like, I don't know, nobody gives the guys props, man. Offset, my favorite Migo. I thought it was odd that he didn't have Kodak Black, although he said Kodak Black in there. But then I thought about, all the artists that he had in the video, in the song featuring with the ad libs and stuff, were all Atlanta artists. So that made sense. Another thing, back to the Kanye West thing, for the real fans, if you all noticed, it was a lot of, obviously, independent thinking going, a lot of creativity going on in the video, and one of the things that happened towards the end, was him, showcasing, the reality of this is America. He showed the cars, and he showed cars that most people drive as opposed to the luxury cars that are always in the videos. But he stepped on top of one of the cars and started, dancing a little bit. Which can be seen in Kanye West's Runaway video. And then another thing, the last thing, at the end, where they showed him running away. Everybody said, oh wow, that could be taking it, but again, also from Kanye West's Runaway video. At the end, he's literally running. I just think it's really interesting to see somebody like Childish Gambino, taking inspiration, if you will, from another body of creation that is so creative, which is Kanye West. Again, I'm not sure if he just copied those things. I just happened to notice that, being a fan of both those guys and just, the hip hop scene in general, I just thought it was very fascinating. My overall thoughts is, this guy is, I've been saying this since day one when I was in high school and my friends showed me the first video of Derek comedy. This guy is not just really like creative, not a creative genius. He just seems like a genuine guy who has his own feelings. When he made that mini snippet movie and he talked about, and it was weird for me to even watch that, but he's all about, I guess, being out there. He talked about he was laying in bed with his cousin. His cousin was like, touch butts with me. And then kissed him.
We didn't have any space. We had no room, so we had to sleep in my room, so we sleep in my bed. And he was like, I remember in the morning when we woke up, he was like, let's rub butts. And And I was like, I just did it. I was like, okay, like, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't really get it. And then when I turned, like, he kissed me. Kiss you? Yeah.
And then he was like, you know, he said that story. I was like, what does he have to do with anything? That's such a weird line to put in the movie. And then later on, he was in another interview and said that, yeah, you know, I just made that. You know, a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people didn't, you know, understand what's going on. It was called Clapping for All the Wrong Reasons.
Okay, so shit up together. Get it right.
He was saying a lot of people didn't understand what's going on. I just wanted to put out something, you know, that was, you know, whatever, and say some things that were, it was all honest. All these things happened to me, you know. So I was thinking, what the in real life, this guy was in bed with his male cousin, touching butts and kissing. He said he didn't know what was going on, you know. So he was like, it wasn't like I guess it wasn't a gay thing, or maybe it was a gay thing, or whatever. But the guy is like, he's just an overall artist, you know, and it comes back full circle. Like you see, guys like the artist, formerly known as, you know, and they're considered like these musical geniuses. There's only one guy like that comes around every generation or so, and it's freaking amazing when it happens. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I don't know, whatever you guys think about it, it's up for debate, man. This guy to me has been amazing since day one. This guy was a martyr for hip hop. Went to the park, hit a jig, and then broke his clavicle in multiple places, screaming like a girl. I thought that was the most hilarious thing I had seen in a long time.
Alright, I'll show you how it's done in the old school. I said a hip hop, Chinatown, blue the brown when I get down with
Reggie, I'm gonna call an ambulance.
No!
Long live Donald Glover.
Get the fuck out of my house.